Hello, hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday. It's Tuesday Night Live. This is our very last meeting of the year because on December 26th, you will be opening an email that I'm probably going to send on the 24th, and it's going to have a quick, super easy, fun, and simple 3-day challenge, like a one little thing to do on the 27th. Wait, what's the day after? What's Tuesday? The 26th. Okay, one thing to do on the 26th, one thing to do on the 27th, and one thing to do on the 28th. When you do all three, and they are super simple, like they will take you less than 5 minutes. So you'll be receiving an email on the 24th from me that'll say 3-day challenge. When you do all 3 days, I'm going to send you something special. So I just want to thank you for being on tonight. You're going to get some great ideas, and we're going to be doing some new things moving forward. Starting in January, we are going to have a product infomercial of each week where a consultant can come on. Let me know what supplement you're going to do, but I need to know, like, what is your favorite product? And the goal with the product spotlight is what we're going to call it, is it's to get everybody who's not using it so excited by the time you're done that they all run and break it out of their inventory. So like, let's just say it's foundation primer. Let's say there's somebody on for some crazy reason they're not using foundation primer. By the time they're done hearing the infomercial that one of you will be preparing with, and it doesn't have to have all the ingredients, but why would I need that product? Like, what are the benefits? Like, what are the, features and benefits? I'm going to get off the meeting and I'm going to go grab and I'm going to rip open a foundation primer. So start thinking about what supplements. I really would love to do some of our supplements: oil-free hydrating gel, intense moisturizing cream, retinol, eye creams, CC cream, under eye corrector, whatever's your hot button. Just start texting me which product you want to do so I can reserve that product for you. And we'll be doing a product infomercial. Because Mary Kay and Touch completely just changed, we're going to be also spending about 5 minutes each week on in either an app or something to do with the business electronically. Most of the time will not be me teaching. This is where I need the help from all of you. But let's say Dawn has mastered how to do a CDS order on the app on her phone. She can come on and we can screen share and she'll show us how to do a CDS order. Maybe someone else is like, how do you do product replacement to a customer? We can teach you how to do that. Someone else might ask, I've got a customer who just literally said she was allergic to rosemary. Never have had that happen in my whole career. And I'm like, okay, I know charcoal mask has rosemary, but is there anything else? We actually have 3 products that have rosemary in them. And so I made sure, because one of the ones is the gel mask, which is what I sent her a sample of. So we just wanted, so how do you know how to find if there's a product that has something in it? So we're going to be spending a little bit of time on that. And then those of you who are social media gurus, please step up to the plate, because I would love for you to come on and do a 3 or 4 minute, some tip on social media, either how to do an engagement post, how to time a post, some suggested things, anything like that. So I'm looking for, so we can just jot these down. I'm looking for someone who's going to be doing a 2 to 3 minute, 3 minutes max, probably 2 minute product infomercial each week. So like a product thing. Then we're going to do like maybe a 2 to 3 minute on social media. It could be Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, an app, whatever, social media kind of thing. Then we're going to also spend probably 3 to 4 minutes, something on In Touch, like how do you post your weekly sales? Because I know that that's an issue in my unit because most of you don't do that. So either you don't know how or whatever. But I will say, once you do a weekly accomplishment sheet, and you guys at the end of the year end up, I'm not kidding you end up pushing a button and it generates a report. And on that report, it'll show you how much you gave away in discounts, how much you paid in shipping, everything like that. It is a saving grace to do weekly accomplishment sheets. Otherwise, at the end of the year, you're adding all that stuff up, and I guarantee you it's going to put you over the edge. So it's the perfect time of year to do this, because then you can come at the starting gate and you can still go back and create those receipts. So anyway, so my name is Diane Covington. I'm so incredibly proud to be the director of our Dynamite unit. We just picked up our, I don't know, and I need to call the company. It's either our 16th or our 17th pink Cadillac, which I'm incredibly grateful for. They were wonderful at the dealership. They said, okay, where are your old keys? Here are your new keys. And he goes, do you want me to hook up your phone? I said, yes, please. He goes, should I set up your OnStar? I said, yes, please. And then he says, do you want to know what else it does? I said, yes. And he says, well, there's a special braking thing and there's a special cruise control thing. I said, as long as I have seat warmers and hand warmers on the steering wheel, I'm golden. I'm good. And he goes, you still have those? I said, then I don't really care about anything else. Because to me, the bun warmers and the steering wheel warmer are the best part of the car. but it did create a little bit of excitement and attention. I actually picked up a gal who I think may be a new client. She approached me in the parking lot of the Cadillac dealership. She was there getting hers serviced. And so we talked for a few minutes. And so, you know what, you guys, it's just about having a trophy on wheels, whether it's a pink Cadillac, a Chevy Malibu, it doesn't matter which car it is your trophy. And so I really, really would love to challenge each and every one of you. If your family could use a new car. Now, Dawn, you've got some teenagers coming up, one who's probably almost driving. I don't know if your oldest is driving, but to be able to get a car that Mary Kay pays for and pays for 80% of your insurance, they pay 100% of your DMV tax license and registration. So you know what? You don't have to be dedicating 30 to 40 hours a week to Mary Kay. In fact, over 70% of the people who earn their first Mary Kay car are working another full-time job. I know Lori won her first car with a full-time job. So did I. So it can be done. In fact, that's what most do. So I'm just saying nothing will wake your customers and your family up. You want your family to be supportive, because mine was not. Go get a car. Go earn a Mary Kay car. Then all of a sudden they're like, oh, I knew you could always do it. And you're like, no, you didn't. You weren't even supportive of me, a pain in the neck. We won't say that to them. Anyway, what I'm probably most excited about right now is a Mary Kay thing and a non-Mary Kay thing. Tomorrow, I'm getting on a plane to see my daughter, who I haven't seen in a year, who lives back in Washington, D.C. So I'm just praying that although the weather there is going to be nice, the weather here is going to be terrible. And then when I leave, the weather is going to be great here and it's going to be terrible back there. So I don't know if I'm just dodging storms, but I'm super excited to see her. And then on a Mary Kay note, I happen to reach out to 3 or 4 guys that were in these networking groups that I'm involved in through the chamber and stuff. And one's a restaurant owner and he wants me to start doing networking events at his place, but he said I could even do a makeover event at his restaurant at night. And so I texted him, I said, are you still, you mentioned to me about maybe wanting some gifts. Do you still need gifts? And he goes, his text back, yes, please. This is such a guy. And I said, did you need a gift for your mom, your sister, and your wife? His text back, yes, please. I said, do you have a price range? He said, not really. I said, so you want to spend $100 on each? He said, no. This is like, could you just have a, like pick up the phone? But he said he wasn't able to talk. So anyway, he said, spend about 40 on my sister, 40 on my mom, and I can spend 100 on my wife. I said, okay. So I put together these gifts this morning and drove over to the restaurant and dropped them off. But again, you guys, it's just letting people know men are just not panicking, but they're starting to go, oh yeah, I have 5 days. Like women are going, oh my God, I need 3 more stocking stuffers. Men are like, I haven't started. So this is a perfect segue. I'm going to turn this over to Lori Lagerstrom right now, because you guys are going to want to grab a pen and paper, because we're going to give you 3 things to focus on between now and the 31st. You can focus on like 130 things, but we're going to give you 3 specific things to focus on. So Lori Lagerstrom, one of my amazing directors in Woodland, California, tell everybody what your hot idea is.
Okay. Well, first of all, you already mentioned that, men are just now waking up. So wherever you can go to find them, especially the ones that are working, if you can find them at, mechanic shops or, construction sites, if it's not raining, you're going to have to maybe go somewhere. There's car dealers, we've spent a lot of time. Car dealerships, fire stations.
Tire repair places are great.
Tire repair. People have to get their tires fixed in order to travel. So any of those places, any place that you can run into men that are working, because not only are they just waking up, they're busy working. So any help that you can give them is appreciated. Obviously, Diane is a perfect example of that. So you can go with a basket, as we've talked about before. And if you want to also hit up the ladies, gather the ladies, help the ladies, you can put items in your basket that are $25 or less. And
will you elaborate a little bit on that? So what you're saying, though, is if I have errands to run, I'm going to go out and carry this basket, especially if I'm making deliveries, right? If I'm making any customer deliveries, or I'm going into an office. So what would go in so tell me about the basket.
Okay, so here are some ideas. Now, some of this might depend on what you have on your shelf. That's what I suggest. But Satin Lips is a fabulous gift. it's 22. So, and usually the company has sent little bags that you can actually put those in. I mean, that's kind of a no-brainer. You just stick them in there and put the twist tie on it, and they're ready to go. But you know, especially for men, and well, really anybody right now, if they are wrapped, tagged, and ready to go, how easy is that, right? Because people, they need convenience right now because they're all over the place. I mean, just look at some of us, we're all over the place. So
So Lori,
but,
are you saying that everything in the basket should be a certain price point?
well, it would be easy to keep things under 25 because that way it's just simple. You know, keep it simple, sweetie. So it doesn't, I mean, you might have one item or two. If the guy is like Diane's man, he wants to get something for his wife, it's a little bit more. Here's another idea. If you don't really even know what the person might want, what about a gift certificate? A gift certificate that can have with it a makeover that the person can cash in, and then put a deadline, give them a deadline. But I think, you know, that is a great idea that you could put in.
Can I just put my 2 cents in on the gift certificate, if you don't mind?
Oh.
So I will find that when it's to a guy that I don't know, like a tire place, they want a tangible product. They're usually not going to be interested in the gift certificate, but your customers, their husbands, I say, you probably don't know how much your wife spends with me, but she spends quite a bit. And I know a gift certificate she would love. And so I said, and then I'm even willing to tuck in blah, blah, blah with the gift certificate. They're like, okay, you could tuck in whatever, samples of product or mini micellar, you know, whatever.
Right. Right. So, but Diane, you're talking about what you were just referring to is clients that you already have. And that's a whole nother, that is a whole nother category, really, because, you know, and Diane has a perfect dialogue for customers that you have already. Gift certificates don't expire.
Okay, so here's the deal. If they purchase a gift certificate, it cannot have an expiration date because that's a California law. However, if you give one to them, like in every one of my satin or my mint bliss foot and leg, I delivered over 60 of those to different people. Inside each one was a skincare and color. Where are my gift certificates? Skincare, here it is. Virtual pampering and $15 gift certificate with my picture on it. And it expires February 28th of 2024. It says, I can't wait to hear from you. Call or text me for your virtual pampering and your $15 gift certificate. So because it's free, I'm able to put an expiration on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you could actually put that in any of your items. So here are just some other products that you could put. Okay. You could use the body washes, the apple and almond, the vanilla berry. Some of you may have gotten the special, you know, here.
Oh, masking minis are under 20.
Yeah, and the masking minis.
I just thought of that.
Some of you got some of these, you know, so this is a great one. If you wrap it cute, the men like it. And, you know, they could say, well, I don't know whether she likes the scent. Well, it doesn't matter. It's guaranteed. And so if she doesn't, then she can always get it changed. So those are some ideas. Diane, did you want to add any more?
The only thing I was going to suggest is in the back of your basket, put an envelope with cash because men will whip out 20s or they'll whip out a credit card. So if you've got cash, so I put like 10 ones and $20 worth of fives so that I'm prepared when they hand you a 20 or 50 or 100 or whatever. So you want to take cash. You also want to take something that they could fill out with a name and a number, whether it be a registration slip, a survey, whether it be a register to win slip, something to say, well, I'd love to text your wife or your girlfriend after Christmas to make sure she's happy in case she wants additional samples for free or needs to exchange anything. So usually guys have no problem giving out their girl's name and number. They typically don't. But again, it's a great way to get a contact. Or even if I run into Lori and Lori goes, oh my God, my daughter's going to be visiting for me. I'd love to get Satin Lips for her. Well, I want to follow up with either the daughter or with Lori. So again, getting their personal information. So no, just like Lori said, everything in my basket is 25 or under. I love Satin Lips. In fact, I got these, I don't know what they're downstairs. They're little tiny, like styrofoam looking balls. They come in silver and gold, and they're from the Dollar Tree. And so you get a bag about this big mixed with silver and gold. And so I just took a handful, like maybe 10 or 12 of them, and threw them inside the bag, threw the Satin Lips in, unwrapped in that busy bag the company gives, and put a really pretty bright red bow on it. And I delivered a mortgage gal 6 of those. She wanted 6 sets to give as gifts at the office. But they look, with those little silver and gold balls, they looked very festive. So Satin Lips, I think, were great. And what else?
Anybody can use the Satin Lips. They really are, you know, everyone can use them. Everyone loves them. And, you know, depending on
micellar water and eye makeup remover is another thing. That's a great, and see, guys aren't going to know what micellar water is. Guys don't know about eye makeup remover, but you can say our eye makeup remover is #1 in the nation, or micellar water is in lieu of cleanse. I mean, but I would have in the trunk of your car or in another tote a full-size set of satin hands, a sonic brush, probably mainly those 2 things, because satin hands and satin lips, I mean, if he's looking to spend about $75, fragrance is another one. If you've got especially a Latina clientele.
Oh my gosh. The guys and the women, the Latino, they love fragrance. They love it. So, you know, you can.
Guys, I've had guys buy fragrance for themselves out of the back of my car. And they go, well, what do you have for me? And I said, well, I have these for you. You want to smell them? He goes, oh, I like this one. How much? I said 50. It was Cityscape. He goes, I'll take one. I'm thinking he spent like 40 on his wife. He spends 50 on him, whatever. But you know, so if you've got fragrances, even if you only have a couple, take them out, let them, you know, let them check them out. But the basket is really an impulse type of thing. It's kind of a fun thing. So if you're even making an office delivery to somebody, I try not to drop anything off at anyone's porch this time of year. It's like, oh no, I don't want to drop this off on your porch. It might get wet or stolen. Where can I come see you? Where will you be? I'll come to your office. Yes, it might be a mile out of my way, but I'd rather go to her office and walk in with a basket than to leave it on her porch.
And Diane, what else can you put in the basket? You can put foundation surveys if you want. You know, you can put those in and use those and say, we'll follow up with you after, you know, Christmas. And then, so Diane, are you going to talk about the Super Saturdays? We have 2 that people can do Super Saturdays.
Yeah. So one of the thing on the basket thing. So let's say you're walking into the bank. And I actually ran into one of my consultants at a bank about a year ago. And I had my basket with me, and she goes, oh my God, you actually carry that with you. She thought I just told you guys at the meeting that I carry it with me. No, I physically carry it with me. And I always say to people when they look at me funny, I said, I'm not leaving this in my car to get my window broken. And they go, oh no, because you know, smash and grab right now, unfortunately, is the craze. And so I want to take that basket everywhere I go. And so in the very back are like little packs that I could give out at booth events, like my business card with a sample of charcoal mask and a piece of peppermint candy. Like I have my little, you know, goodie bags. And that's when, like, let's say Dawn comes by and I strike up a conversation with her, and whether she buys something or not, I say, do you mind if I ask you a question? In January, our company's doing this whole emphasis on foundation, because according to one of the new Glamour magazines, 74% of women are wearing the wrong shade. Do you ever wear foundation? And Dawn would say, yeah, sometimes. And I say, would you give us your feedback? I have a free sample for you if you'll just fill out the super quick survey. She'll go, sure. And so you want to have a stack of surveys, maybe 15 of them on a little clipboard. Hand her the clipboard. It looks very official, little baby clipboard from Dollar Tree. Hand her a pen, and Dawn will fill it out. And it's great. How do you apply foundation? Sponge, brush, your fingers. Do you wear primer? Yes or no? Like, this is the perfect survey for a woman. She just check, check, check. And then at the bottom is her contact info. And say, well, I have a gift. And now if she leaves off her phone number, I say, I'd love to text you a catalog. I won't do anything with your phone number. It's just for me. And then I grab my phone, and then I usually say, in fact, don't bother writing it down. I'll just put it in my phone. Is it 925? And then they go, no, it's 707, blah, blah. And I go, okay. And so I put it right in my phone. But Lori, that's so smart to remember that, is bring the little surveys with you, because you just never know who you're going to meet. Literally, you'll never know who you're going to meet.
And it opens the door to follow up for later. So, okay. And then just now, are you going to talk about working, calling customers and finding out how are they?
Yeah, well, we're going to start with, so the 3 ideas we want to give you. #1 is to carry a basket. Have a basket, you guys. And I know, Kim, you've got some stuff that's wrapped cute. I know, Dawn, you probably have got some stuff. You don't have to have a lot of stuff wrapped in cute. But I will tell you, in fact, I just got at Hobby Lobby these little, they're downstairs. They're little canvas bags. They're like this big. And I think I got 2 for $1. And they're perfect to put like satin lips. And you can put like foundation primer, and you can put lots of things in them. You just draw the drawstring and it's like easy bag, but something like that. So definitely make basket is number one. Number two is, and you're going to want to jot this down. I want you guys to all pick 10 people tonight. That's what we're going to maybe even end a few minutes early. You want to pick 10 people tonight. And this is, you want to text them these words. Do you want to look younger? You could say, I'm curious, comma, do you want to look younger? Okay, now I know that sounds like, is that really a rhetorical question? Or are you for real asking me that? And I would say no. So like if I knew Dawn, I would say, Dawn, I'm curious, do you want to look younger? And she might send me back like a laughing emoji and she say something like, is that a trick question or something? And I'm going to say to her, no, it's all about highlighting and contouring. So what are you doing tomorrow night at 6 o'clock? That's my whole conversation. No, looking younger is all about highlighting and contouring, which I'm not great at. And that's the God honest truth. But these women that are coming on tomorrow, they are masters at it. She is from our corporate staff in Dallas. We're having an event. We're giving away a couple $100 of Kate Spade and giveaways. And if you want to look younger, I will tell you this event tomorrow will blow your socks off. Can I send you an invite? And if she goes, yeah, she goes, that sounds like fun. Send her, number one, send her the invite. Number two, send her the link. And the third text you send her is say, since I'm in a challenge, Dawn, to have 5 friends on, can I count on you to show up tomorrow on Zoom at 6? Use those words. Okay. Since I need to have 5 on for a challenge, can I count on you to be one of my 5? Blah, blah, blah. Now, if she texts me back, yes, I might say, do you have a sister or a mom that would love to look younger that might want to jump on as well? If so, I have a gift for you. And Dawn might go, or I'll have a $10 gift certificate. Dawn might go, yeah, I've got somebody. You might guys want to even sweeten the pot. I might say to Dawn, any one item she shows tonight, any one item you want, Dawn, if I can count on you to be on and you can grab one girlfriend, I'll give you any one item at half off. Dawn's going to go, I want an item at half off. If all she's got to do is get her sister or mom or somebody on. Does that make sense, you guys? So again, you're going to say something, you're going to pick 10 people because it's numbers. If you pick 10, only 5 are even going to respond to you. And out of those 5, 3 want to look young. So if you only start with 3, you're going to end up with 0. So you pick 10 people and you say, do you want to look younger? And then a question mark and maybe an upside down emoji or whatever. And then I'm going to text the second text, say, well, you know what? It's all about highlighting and contouring and how we can, you know, change our look or whatever. What are you doing tomorrow at 6 p.m.? Virtually, you know, or whatever, and just get them on. Again, send them the flyer. Now, keep in mind, it's also translating to Spanish. Send them the flyer, send them the Zoom link. Where do you find the Zoom link, you guys? Does anybody know? If you go to our boards app and you go under Zoom link, it says Janice's thing. It'll say, this is good for every Wednesday and Thursday event. So you could use that, or it's on our Facebook page or whatever, but don't rely on them knowing how to log into Facebook. Send them the link. And then the third text is, you know, I'm in a challenge to have 5 people on to count toward my train. This counts toward my training and I need 5 people to jump on to watch. I need to know if I could count on you, Dawn. When you come out and ask somebody that, and you ask them, can I count on you? Once she says yes, then say, thank you for being such a great friend, or thank you for being someone I could count on. Man, I don't care what happens. She's not going to bail on you. Now, if she doesn't say, yes, you can count on me, you know, the cat might get sick and she might not show. But if you ask her that, she'll show. Does that make sense, you guys? Now, I'm going to go on Facebook. Go ahead, Lori.
No, I was just going to say, okay, an alternative with working with customers is you can reach out to customers and ask them, how are they holding up in light of, you know, whatever stresses they have right now? How are they holding up? And, you know, is there something you can help them with? Do they need any last minute stocking stuffer things? And are they the ones responsible for filling their stocking, or do they have a Santa to fill their stocking?
And I have exact scripts for those as well, if you guys feel like you don't know what to say. Okay.
Yeah.
Here's
So
the flyer.
Great scripts for those. Go ahead, Diane. You have your picture up.
Here's the English flyer, the Spanish flyer. Now this flyer shows them, and I actually put this on my page. I said, here's the highlighting and the contouring that they're going to use tomorrow. Don't ask me how to use these, LOL. Then I said, and here's the brushes, and then here's the concealer, here's setting powder, and here's cream to powder. And say, I can't wait to learn how to look younger. How about you? I mean, it's like, be silly. And it's like, You know, if this is all about making your cheeks look better and your lips look poofier and I mean, whatever, your face look chiseled, I'm all in. It's like, I don't know how to do all this stuff, but if someone's going to teach, I'm teachable. So whether you have all this in your inventory or not is not the point, you guys. If you have none of this in your inventory, it doesn't matter. Get people on tomorrow. If Janice is going to give away $300 or $400 worth of stuff, there it is in Spanish, and here it is here it is in English. Okay. Does anybody have any questions on the event? So notice down here, it's based on face shape. They've got you putting contour here, highlight up here, across your forehead. I'm probably putting mine all in the wrong places, but anyway, extra tips on concealing. She teaches you how to contour based on your shape of your face. This is going to be huge, you guys. Dawn, if you got 5, I'm picking on Dawn all night. If you got 5 guests on there tomorrow night, I bet you sell at least $200 because every guest is probably going to spend about $50.
And what a great way to make them feel confident and special for the holidays, both Christmas and New Year's. So.
Now let's say Dawn jumped on and she was my customer still, and she's like, oh my God, she goes, I want these 6 things. I said, do you think your husband's finished just shopping? And she'll laugh and she'll go, no. And I said, well, do you do your stocking or does he? And she goes, well, sometimes I do and sometimes he does. So, well, is there anything you saw tonight that you'd like in your stocking? Because I can wrap and deliver. And she'll go, oh, here's my husband's number. And so pretty soon I have got Dawn's husband's cell number and I'm like, hey, I can wrap for free. She really wanted these 4 things in her stocking. He feels relieved. 1, because he's going to get something she's excited about. 2, he doesn't have to go shopping. So it's a win-win. So you guys, do you know that when they log on, if they're looking for Spanish though, in case they miss Yemi's instructions at the beginning, there's a globe. When they log into Zoom, there's a little globe on the very bottom next to like the chat button and all that. And all they do is click on that and it'll automatically throw them into the Spanish version. But you might even sweeten the pot. So like, let's say Lori was my customer and I got Lori on, then I'd say, Lori, how about if I give you any one item from tomorrow night at half off if you grab 1 girlfriend? Do you think your daughter would? Do you think your sister-in-law, like who, your neighbor? And she goes, no, you know what? I bet my daughter Linnea would jump on. I say, great. You get 1 item at half price from tonight's thing for just making sure she's on, because I'm going to count both of you. Because my goal is to get 5 people on tomorrow night. Does that make sense? Does anyone have questions on that? So there's the flyer of what we're going to use, which you don't have to send them in advance. They can get it afterwards, but there's an actual picture of what the product looks like. I'm not sure why Janice sent that, but there's the English, there's the Spanish. Anybody have questions on tomorrow night? Y'all are good? And if you just started out by saying, I'm curious, do you want to look younger? And say, and this is not a trick question. I'm curious. Do you want to look younger? And unless she's
younger, it's healthier, it's more vibrant, it's it's more alive. It's not just, because some women, you say you want to look younger and they're like, well, no, I'm for embracing my age. So then you can say, well, how about just how would you like to put your best face forward? How would you like to have an incredible look for Christmas Day or an incredible look for New Year's Eve? How would you like to literally know how to make your cheeks be more, I mean, like, do whatever you guys have got to do, but the bottom line is don't make it too wordy. End it with a question, make it short. Say, would you like your face to be more vibrant, look younger, and have people notice like your look when you walk in on Christmas Eve or whatever, and say, well, what are you doing tomorrow night at 6 o'clock? I need 5 people to jump on for my training. I just want to know if I can count on you. It's going to be super fun. Now, the flyer doesn't say she's giving away $200 or $300 to Kate Spade, but she is, because I called her and asked her. And this, you guys, these events don't cost you guys anything. Lori and I pay for these. So if we're going to pay for them, y'all might as well have guests on there. All right. All right. So our first idea is carry a basket. Our second idea was this, and then we're going to get into our third idea, but I do want to go back up. Lori, you're going to talk. Oh, we're going to talk about that at the close. Hold on. So if you guys will go on here, though, you will see. Hold on. I got to pass something up. We had a lot of success with our adopted grandparent. Thank you, Julie Gushwa, for her donation of all of hers. We even brought dogs with us. Why? Because they're COVID detection dogs. And actually, one of the facilities had a COVID outbreak, and they actually had the dogs go from room to room to help figure out who actually was positive. This is one of us in one of the other nursing homes. There's Carrie, there's me, there's Anna, one of my clients.
I just so appreciated everybody's support and singing. These gals are both customers of mine. They're in my networking group. There's Carrie McCurdy back there. She's actually at a party tonight, selling. There's of us, because I'm not allowed to take pictures of the people who live there, obviously, but there's all of us with our stuff. And there's Martha Broom. And this was my back seat. And I wanted to get the teddy bears because I got all these teddy bears donated by Kiwanis. So
Oh,
that was the back seat of my Cadillac, which you couldn't even put the seat back. It was like so full of bears and stuff, but it was extremely successful, extremely fun. So, all right. So idea number 1 to go back is Lori's idea of carry the basket, everything 25 and under, have a satin hand stashed, have an envelope of cash, a pen, something to write on. If they want a receipt, if it were me, I would just take our paper receipts and make copies of the paper receipts. So you have something to give them if they want a paper receipt. Definitely give them your contact. You want to take business cards. Here's my card that goes with the gift. You know what I'm saying? So that you can do the follow-up. All right. Second idea, of course, is getting people on for tomorrow night by just basically picking, if you ask 10 people, you're going to have a much better chance. And you can say, do you feel like having your skin look more vibrant, younger, whatever? Yes, Miss Jen Goss, you have a quick question.
Here, back to the receipts. If we make the sale through my
Customer
customers,
app?
we can actually email them a
You can.
receipt. And
You can.
that's a really great way to get their email then.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I just know that sometimes if they're in a hurry, even when I had like 3 people follow me out to my car, I just was bagging their stuff up as fast as I could. And I was writing things down. And then I said, I'll let you keep this receipt. And I said, let me take a picture of it. And I said, I will also send a text of it to you. What's your phone number? And so that helped me. But I totally get it. I agree with you. When at all possible, go ahead and do it with the app. I think that's a brilliant idea, Jen. And if you can't, then well, get their information and that's a great excuse for you to get their phone number so you can text the receipt to them. But thank you for mentioning that, Jen. I appreciate that. Anybody else, questions or comments? Okay, then let's talk about our third idea, and then we're going to go into a quick announcement about Jamboree. The third idea, Lori kind of already alluded to. So here's a great fun thing. So let's say Kim's my client, or let's say Kim's my girlfriend. She lives down the street. I'm going to text and say, hey, Kim, I'm just curious, have you finished all your, no, hold on. I'd say, Kim, how are you holding up with only 5 days left till Christmas? ? Have you finished all your shopping for gifts and stocking stuffers? And again, I'm ending in a question. So how are you holding up with 5 days left till Christmas? And then you could say till 4 days, till 3 days, whatever. How are you holding up with 5 days left till Christmas? Have you finished all your shopping for gifts and stocking stuffers? ? Now, Kim's answer is going to be what? Kim, have you finished all your shopping, including stocking stuffers? And her answer is?
The answer is no.
Okay, so if she says no, then I'm going to go down this path. So if she says no to me, I'm going to say, well, I have all my stocking stuffers on sale for the next 48 hours. Now, what a woman wants to hear is easy and sale. So I'd say, well, honestly, Kim, I have a lot of things already wrapped and all my skincare, all my stocking stuffers are on sale for the next 48 hours. If you're at work, I'm happy to drive by. Or what time will you be?
And so what's another question that you can ask? Would it be who?
Oh, who do you still have left to shop for?
Mhm.
Is that what you're thinking?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a great idea, Lori. So then you
Yeah,
could say to
that's
her,
good.
well, Kim, who do you have left to shop for?
My daughter and my sister.
Okay, my daughter, my sister. Say,
Mhm.
great. So are they, let's take your daughter first. Is she a minimalist? Is she a makeup girl? Does she like sparkle? What does she like?
Minimalist and
She's a
sparkle.
minimalist. Okay, so we're thinking like satin hands, satin lips, micellar
Mhm.
water, anything pampering, the masking minis. You're going to stay away from the glitter shadow. She's not going to want eye makeup remover. You don't need mascaras, but micellar water, satin lips would be amazing. Mini masks, those would be a hit. Now, what about your sister? What does she like?
Skincare.
Skincare guru.
Minimalist, really.
Okay, but a skincare guru. Oh my gosh,
Mhm.
does she ever travel at all?
Not really. Not.
Okay, because we have an amazing mini miracle set. So that way you could get her to try the skincare without a big investment because it's only like 28, but you could get her the whole skincare with a great cleanser, day defender, moisturizer, night cream, anti-aging, or you could do masking minis. You could even do the sheet face mask. So
Mhm.
I'm going to kind of role play with her, and she's going to go, okay. And I say, well, do you have a price point? She might say, yeah, I was thinking something around 30. Okay, blah, blah,
Mhm.
blah. Does that make sense? So
Yeah.
Lori, thank you for that. By just saying, so who do you have left to buy for? Okay.
Mhm.
Now on the other spectrum, let's say I send the first text to Kim and say, hey, how are you holding up with 5 days till Christmas? Have you finished all your shopping for gifts and stocking stuffers? And her text back is yes. Well,
Mhm.
now what do I do? So then my next thing is going to be, well, so Kim, I'm curious. I always use the word I'm curious. Do you fill your own stocking, or do you have a Santa that buys for you?
Mhm.
And you're going
Well,
to
I'm a
say,
Mary Kay consultant, so I get 50% off.
okay, but
So
if you were just my girlfriend, what would you say? Like if you were my neighbor and I said to you, have you finished your shopping? And you say yes. And then I say, well,
Mhm.
do you fill your own stocking, or do you have a Santa that buys for you?
Usually I fill my own.
You fill your own stocking. Okay, I
Yeah.
hear that a lot, especially for
Mhm.
moms. I
Mhm.
hear that a lot. So, well, you know what, Kim? So what would you love in your stocking? Oh my goodness. Because especially since my stocking stuffers are on sale, what would you die to have?
I would love to have some more foundation,
Okay.
primer,
Okay.
and eye makeup remover.
Oh, yay. Okay, that sounds great. You know what? I'm even happy to give you a fabulous deal on a foundation brush. I could even tuck that in at 50% off, or whatever.
Yeah.
I say, well, gosh, Kim,
Nice.
your purchase actually is a little, if you got all three things, that would hit 50. You could also get something at half off. Maybe a brand new lipstick for you for the holidays or something fun. So now I've got Kim getting one thing for her daughter, one thing for her sister, and 3 things for her.
Mhm.
And then when you add them all up, do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So by just saying, how are you holding up with only 5 days till Christmas? And then you might do some upside down emoji or somebody with their tongue hanging out or whatever. Have you finished all your shopping for gifts and stocking stuffers? Now, I'm not going to mention that second sentence because I don't want them thinking I'm calling them to sell them something, especially if it's a friend. I just say, hey, how are you holding up with 5 days till Christmas? Have you finished all your shopping? Question mark. And then she might just say, no, I haven't started. I'm going to say, OMG, I can help you. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
All right. Now, what's interesting is, so let's say Kim and I get on the phone, we start a conversation. This is what Lori was alluding to earlier, is you could then say to her, well, you know what, Kim, I'm doing a super Saturday right after Christmas. Do you have any special plans on New Year's? Because I'm doing a super Saturday. You could actually do it. Well, you could maybe do it you could do it the 24th, the 23rd, or you could do it the following Saturday and say, well, I'm doing one event. And you guys could just pick one time. You could just do 10:30 in the morning. Dawn, you could hijack your girls to help you or whatever, but you could do it the weekend between Christmas and New Year's because, gang, everyone returns half their presents and gets cash. So I'd say, well, Kim, you know what I'm going to do is on the Saturday after Christmas, it's 2 days before New Year's, I'm going to do a New Year, New You, New Year, New Look for 2024. In fact, I'm going to be foundation matching. So if you will bring me your wrong shade at home, the shade that you just never wear, it's in your drawer, you can actually trade it in for a perfect match of Mary Kay at 20% off. Now, she only gets that killer discount or maybe even 25% off if she shows up at the event. She doesn't come to my event at my house, then I'm not going to give her 25% off. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
But can you imagine if you had 5 people show up with the wrong foundations and you get to take the foundation, the wrong one? They trade it in, it's trash and treasure. They trade in their old one. They get one that actually matches. It looks amazing. They leave happy. You have a sale. You have a new customer who has a new look for the new year. It's a total win-win.
Mhm.
Okay. One other little idea right after New Year's or between Christmas and New Year's, depending on what your travel plans are, is you guys know a lot of us got sheet face masks in June. And I was showing my client the other day who she bought a box. And I told her if she bought a box, she got the second box at half off. And she goes, you know what? I think I'm going to do that. And she goes, I think I'm going to have everybody do it on Christmas Eve because that's when we have our big dinner. We do Christmas on Christmas Eve. And I said, can you do me a favor? Will you please take a picture? She goes, well, I'm going to make the guys do it too, because she said there's going to be 7 of us. So she's going to supposedly send me a picture on Christmas Eve of their whole family doing this. And I started thinking, how fun would that be for you to do a spa? And Lori came up with great wording on this. She said, how would you like to come over for a relaxing, inexpensive, no, how would you like to have a relaxing and inexpensive spa experience? All you've got to do is come over to my house and we are going to do sheet face masks skincare, satin hands and satin lips. So right after the cleanser, you do the sheet face mask. Can you imagine everyone sitting around your kitchen table with these sheet face masks on for 10 minutes? And while those are on for 10 minutes, maybe put on some music that's really like low, like violin, you know what I mean? Like have some fun with it.
And it's also an idea for your client. If she enjoys it so much, she could do it for her friends and family, either on their family gathering, after everyone's had their pie or whatever they do. The guys are watching football or whatever they are. And, everyone is just chilling because that's what people need to do. It's a great experience for them to do it in their home after the meal. Yeah. So
I think that's great. So Lori just planted another great seed, you guys. You could literally, like I could say to Janine, well, Janine, are you hosting Christmas? And she'll go, actually, we're going to my mom. Say, how many people are going to be there? I think there's going to be 6 of us. And I'd say, have you ever thought about doing a 10-minute spa experience right after Christmas dinner? She'd go, no. Say, well, you can get a box of these. And you guys, if you want to discount them, you could discount them a little bit. I wouldn't discount them too much, but you could say, well, if you get a box, you get a second box at half off. But you could take a box of these to your mom's and everybody could do it. She might go, oh my God, I want to do that. That looks like so much fun. And so it could be really, really a fun experience for you guys. And so if you host one at your house, you break open the box of them, you have everyone around your table do it. I mean, it's trust me, once they do one, every time I'm down to the point now where I'm doing them almost every other morning because my makeup, my face looks, I mean, I'm sure I'll be doing one tomorrow before I go to the airport because your face looks better. If you've had any sodium, salt, lack of sleep, lack of water, all that stuff, it's hard on your skin. So these are just some fun ideas. So before we go to January Jamboree and close up, just to recap, carrying a basket, everything 25 and under, with cash in it, with surveys, something to get their information and have the packaging simple. Don't make it super busy. Don't do the red, green, and all the color combos. Just keep it gold, silver, whatever. Make it simple. Second idea was picking 10 people tomorrow, 10 people tonight to reach out to and say, how would you like to have your skin pop with freshness and look younger? Look very on trend. How would you like to look on trend and younger? Vibrant and on trend and younger.
And
exactly.
Vibrant. Yeah, it's vibrant.
And say, well, it's all about, I'm just writing the word vibrant down. It's all about highlighting and contouring. And we have a teacher tomorrow because I'm just going to be honest with people. I'm going to say I'm not really good at that. But the thing tomorrow is going to be amazing. And they're giving away a couple $100 of Kate Spade. Like, hello? And you don't even have to come on camera, Jen. You could just jump on, make sure you type in the chat section that you're a guest of Diane Covington. And you know what? You might win something amazing. Get her on there. Send her the link. So you send her the flyer, send her the link, and then send her a picture of the thing. And then the third text is, I need to have 5 people on. I just need to know, can I for sure count on you? Could you grab a friend and I'll give you something half off? Okay. And then the last idea was you asking people, how are you holding up with 5 days left till Christmas? Have you finished all your shopping? Blah, blah, blah. So the people I'm going to pick for my 10 are people who I know are into makeup. Like I just thinking of Andy Bugadash, the gal who just bought another miracle set for me. She just got those sparkle eyeshadows. I've never seen anyone so excited to get one little tube of that silver sparkle. Like she talked about it for like 3 minutes on our phone call today. She goes, that's my favorite thing. Oh my God, I've never bought sparkle. And I'm thinking she needs to be on the contour and highlight event tomorrow. So it's probably not for your minimalist, but if you guys just go back in your head and think who seems kind of more trendy, those would be the 5 to 10 people I would invite and just put it out there, right? So inviting people on for tomorrow night, carrying the basket. And then the third thing is just asking, how are you holding up with 5 days till Christmas? Have you finished all your shopping? Have you finished all your shopping? Maybe you don't need to say for gifts and stocking stuffers, just say, have you finished all your shopping? Question mark. You could even take a silly picture of you with your Santa hat like this, like, have you finished all your shopping? Kind of like, like silly. And that's just more my style, but whatever, making it fun and easy. All right. Anybody else have an idea that you guys want to share that's working? Anything you've done this last week that was fun? You're all going to stay quiet. That's rare. Okay. Well then, with closing, I want to share with you guys one quick thing. Some of you went to Jamboree. Some of you went to Dallas with us. Some of you went to Cambria to our retreat. But I will tell you, nothing is as important as getting out the starting gate strong. And I will truly tell you, you become like the 5 people you spend the most time with. So I don't know about you, but not all my friends are in happy places. One's going through chemo. One actually is celebrating the third anniversary of her husband's passing. I mean, they've got stuff going on in their lives. And so all I know is that I have to surround myself with big, abundant thinking people, right? Positive people. So unless you've already got a cesarean scheduled, I don't care what you're doing, change your plans. Saturday, January 13th. This is in Fairfield. We can carpool up if you guys want. You guys can get to Benicia. We can leave all the cars in Benicia. We can load up my caddy and I'll drive up there. It is Saturday from 9 to 4. It is $75. That includes the entire workshop and lunch. This gal, Bridget Shaw, is going to be speaking, and her daughter, who is a top director, mother-daughter duo, they are going to talk about just how that all happened. Like, how did the mom get her success? How did she get successful? Amazing. There's going to be red jacket classes. There's going to be classes on social media. There'll be classes on closing a party. But here's the deal. It is already over 60% sold out. And I apologize. I should have been promoting this as of last week. I was so honestly blindsided by the adopted grandparent and making sure we had enough that I kind of dropped the ball on this. But I posted right here the flyer, okay? And then all you have to do is you can go on the link. Why is the link missing? Oh, this link right here. If you click on this link, look what happens. It takes you to this event, and it's going to explain exactly what the event is, where it is, the time, what it covers, and then to fill out the registration form. And then you're going to learn from Kayla, she was number 7 in the entire Sapphire division, number 3 in unit building, and number 13 in unit building in the nation. So she is Kayla Shaw is a new director. Now, they did launch this challenge. I don't know why Katrina launched this so late, but if you did 600 one of these 2 months, either a 600 last month or a 600 this month, you automatically qualify for, well, that's not the same flyer. Anyway, you qualify for a special recognition. If you do it both months, then you get a special prize, and then directors get a separate challenge. So this is just for you. You don't need to book a room at the hotel. I mean, you guys don't need a hotel room. You really don't. We're going to turn around and come back home. It ends at 4 o'clock. We'll be home by 4:30. But please, please, please plan on going. And I will tell you guys, there's not one of you that couldn't be in a red jacket in a blink of an eye. There are so many women right now that are looking for career opportunities. I will tell you one last thing in closing. Jillian Ortega is going to be our speaker on Thursday. Now, Jillian came to this country with $20 in her pocket to be a nanny. Her family was very broke. She came from a background of domestic violence. She grew up in a household with domestic violence. And her dad passed away, and her mom somehow managed to hold it all together. And all the kids that I think she has, I don't know, 6 or 7 siblings. And Jillian came to this country for an opportunity with $20. And she got a job as a nanny, and she'll tell you her whole story. But I will tell you what I'm going to do, just as for my unit, is anybody who comes on and joins on Thursday, as long as they place their first order within their first 13 days, Mary Kay's lucky number, I'm going to reimburse them their $35. I probably shouldn't put that on this video because this video is going to be seen by everybody. But anyway, so if you guys have got somebody who you like, Dawn and Kim, if you guys have got somebody or Janine, if you guys got someone in your life that you're thinking, she'd be so good at this. She could use this. She could use the positivity, or she's so good with people, or she's amazing at sales, or she's so much loves makeup. Just say to her, I'm looking for someone like you, Janine. I'm looking for someone with your positivity and your spirit. What would it take to get you to jump on to listen on Thursday? Now, what I'm going to do, and you guys are going to think I'm nuts, I'm going to ask my client, because there's 4 people in particular I'm thinking of. I'm going to say to them, I'll give you one am I at half price? Name it. I'll give you any one thing at half price if you'll just jump on and listen. Anything they want. Literally, they could ask for a sonic brush. I don't care. If it's going to get them on to listen, that's great. Okay. And the video, the Zoom link is exactly the same. The flyer's on Facebook. It's also on boards, but that's on Thursday. So you might even start by thinking of, if you've got some, like the 4 gals I'm thinking of that I want to join, do they all know about the contour event tomorrow? Because what happens is they get on the contour event, they win a little Kate Spade, or they get excited and they go, this is really easy. And this was super fun. We had 190 people on the contour event. She might go, I could do this. And then all of a sudden she jumps on Thursday and she joins. And you haven't really done it.
Also, Janice is very good about promoting the following night on the Wednesday event. She's very good at, she always promotes it. So
She does.
Yep.
So does anybody have any questions on the 3 selling ideas or on Thursday or on what you guys can do between now and the end of the year? Any comments, thoughts?
we want to get going.
No comments, no thoughts, no questions?
Want
Y'all
to
are
get going.
Okay, so with that said, remember, if you guys have 3 guests or more on tomorrow night, you get a gift from me. So you just need to let me know, and they got to be 18 or older. But I'm going to tell you guys ought to have a lot of fun with tomorrow night's event. Not only will you go the next day and start highlighting and contouring your own face, but you'll be learning and having a lot of fun. And I will be reaching out to all of you guys as well. Don't forget, there's 2 things you can earn this month. You can win the jewelry case as well as the planner. Not a plan, yeah, the date book, big thick planner thing. I'm sorry, my props are downstairs. Julie, did you have something you wanted to say real quick?
Quick question about Thursday before Jamboree. Will that be an event night as it has been in the past, or are you only talking about Thursdays with Janice?
No, Thursdays. So I guess I'm a little confused. So every Thursday night, Janice is a career opportunity thing, except
Mhm,
for
mhm.
next Thursday, there isn't one because it's like 2 days before Christmas. I mean, this Thursday there is one, but
Okay.
the Thursday between Christmas and
This is New Year's.
is not one.
I'm just talking about the Jamboree. The
Oh, the
the
Jamboree,
Saturday is
there's-
the training, and then in the past, the Thursday before has had an event.
Stay
Oh,
tuned
actually,
because
I'm so glad you asked that, Julie, because we are not doing one before, but we are doing one after. So on Monday after Jamboree, so 2 days after Jamboree, Janice is we're looking right now at renting a big hotel ballroom and doing a huge makeup event, a makeover event. Like
Okay.
makeovers and marketing with beauty coats and trays and mirrors and the whole 9 yards. And we're looking at securing a hotel. So thank you so much for asking, because yes, we are doing something the Monday after Jamboree.
what we know, Janine, is that people actually recruit better closer to the products.
Yeah. So yeah, so Julie, thank you for asking, Julie. So yes, we will be doing an event on the Monday after January Jamboree. But you guys get registered, because the first 12, because I'm going to be number 13. So the first 12 that get registered from our unit are going to go into a drawing, and I'm going to give away 3 prizes, and that includes Jen Goss and anybody from Lori's unit as well. So I will see you guys. Have a very Merry Christmas. I will be trying to be on the event tomorrow. Depends if I'm in an airport or not. I may have landed. I may be up in the air. I don't know. But the contour event's going to be incredible. And so this event tonight was recorded as well. You're welcome to go back